And we're back with another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator 2. I'm your host, here, RPG Guy. And when we last left off, we built some cool rigs, not gonna lie. Um, but now we're getting to ahead here, on the front, rather, as we are running out of uh, interesting PCs to build. We're even being recommended these giant rigs, processors, like this one. Such a weird one to have to build with. So, but it is what it is. And let's get to it. We have no more SLI cards or Crossfire. So, at this point, what we put together is going to be moderately limited. But they're all going to be average builds. They're not going to be anything super crazy, super fancy. Nothing of the sort. Again, why am I getting different boards every time I do this? Mini. Here we go. So strange. I think what's going to give here is the board options. See, it recommends weird shit. Mini. Here we go. That's a mini. I don't want to do that. We're saving the minis for the mini towers. Mini and micro towers. Put in that tomahawk. I guess that's true. Okay. Shall we begin? Power supplies. We're going to throw in these 650s right away. Burn through our 2 terabyte storages here. We've already burned through the 1 terabytes, so that's good. Graphics card. Anything that's SLI, I'm probably going to sit on. The reason being is when we do another big build off, there's a possibility, a strong one that, for that matter, that we may collect the cards that we can duel, which to me is a good thing. Okay, the memory. We're just gonna do never more than 2 sticks. Probably. Unless we get to the final few computers and we can do a whole bunch. And that's something we'll worry about when we get there. So after this AM Ryzen, we're going to the 7s. It was set. Okay. Turn it all to breathe. And then we'll get this guy going. Storage. And load a high SLI crossfire. Here we go. So the big shells. I might keep those slimline ones that are coming up. Excuse me. That's a whole thing in and of itself. So this is a heads up. Get this going. $7,000. That's not bad. We'll take it to the limit. Wobble. And then GPU. I already did that. Loop. Loop. Wondering if should stick to what I was doing, where I was just doing these until they were done here. That way I can keep track of what I'm doing better. Might be your last 650 watt power supply. Nope. Some 650s down here. What a bunch of pieces of shit. Gotta get rid of those 650s. I think I want to keep these. They're very low to the ground, so we'll go onto these. Because there's very unlikely that those would not fit a computer tower, so that's my rationale. I might just only keep two, but we'll see. So still keeping up with the 7,000 performance, which is good. Now, what I might do going forward is I might, you know, make some of our better computers first and add in as much hard drive. Try to max it out the computer roughly as much as possible with drives and everything. And then I may, because we seem to have so many mechanical drives, I might start comboing up a mechanical drive in a solid state. I haven't fully committed to that yet, but it is something I'm considering in order to kind of keep performance high. Because we're getting, you know, we have like a metric ton of 2 terabyte drives. So probably wouldn't hurt, but at the end of the day, it's not necessary. It's not necessarily that important. Storage graphics. Let's go with this one. It didn't auto connect for some reason. Memes for the memery. You know, we'll do 3. No, you know what? We'll just do 2. I have a reasoning for this. I think we're running low on memory. I have a feeling we are. We're going to keep that passive, because there's a good chance we'll need it. Hmm. All right. That looks good. Okay. Sorry, I had a important message. 863, not bad. Yeah, we're putting in slightly better cards because we're just going through them systematically here. So not in much of a system. We're just from left to right, non-SLI'd and whatnot. So we'll let that run. Let's go ahead and get these stored. Grab out our next set of hours. I know I'm not doing a lot of the customization stuff, and I'm sure a lot of you wish I did more of that. I'm going to save that for much further down the road in the game, because that way everything by that point of the game should be unlocked. So I'm getting the impression there's more to this game than just this. And we just haven't unlocked it yet, like store upgrades and possible other modding options. I figure we'll have so much money by end game at the rate that we're making it that we could build pretty much anything. And it would be fun to just build a bunch of god tier computers and see how much we could sell them for. That would be a fun couple of episodes, wouldn't it? Again, 8322. Slowly those numbers be creeping up. And then again, we're using gradually better and better parts. But they're not like mind warping, you know, world changing parts either. So. All right, let's do some more. Oh, so many cases. So many cases. And one more case. Yeah, we'll take that. Like I said, I want to keep some stuff consistent here. Now, if you ever see a computer without any kind of intake and outtake fans, you should immediately be super sus over what you're buying. I can't believe I'm using the cool kids terms. You should be very suspicious with what you're buying. Computer towers, in my honest opinion, have to have the minimum those type of things. Now we're getting into a couple of mini ATXs, huh? A bunch of minis. Here we go. So, yeah, definitely. But for the sake of, like I said, we're mid-maxing this game as best as we can here. What we could start doing as a courtesy, because we do have a lot of fans that aren't getting used, we could put a fan on the on this side here. I'm not going to run out of my way to do that, but it might be something we need to start thinking about. Straight up yoink. Then we'll come here. Let's do another. And I do think if I have to do another big sell-off again and we've got a lot of crappy parts, what I might do is maybe do an episode with the best parts until we're out of, like, really, really good parts. And then just do the rest as is. I don't know. It's something I'm going to think about down the road. But I do like showing you guys everything that I'm doing. So that way, you know, I have had, not complaints, but suggestions that people would like to see some of my grinding in games, or some of the, you know, the drawn out stuff that you just kind of have to wait for. And then here's the thing, for those people who comment on that, other people are like, thank God you know, I'm sorry. So the other group of people are like, oh my God, can you please stop showing every single thing you're doing? Just cut to the good stuff. So you get two different groups or crowds of people who have very different preferences. And none of them are easy to ignore, as much as I would like to. You know, I want to make sure everybody's getting the most out of the content to some degree. And in order sometimes to get the most out of content, it's better to see everything than to see only partial. It ensures there's no tomfoolery going on, as there was a scandalous YouTuber back in the day who, I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he used to cheat in his games for his Let's Plays years and years ago. It was probably 6 or 7 years ago, and people finally found out that he was using guides and stuff, and he was bragging about how good he was. I mean, the guy was a complete asshole from what I remember. So, you know, fuck that guy. But it's still a funny notion that those kinds of things can easily happen if you're not, you know, paying attention to what's going on. We try to keep things real here as best as we can. So. least I try to. Actually, now I have a ton of RAM again. I don't know. There's something up with the way the game is. I don't know why it keeps acting up. But because now I see a metric ton of RAM again. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Okay, these are the what slots? The E. So okay, so that's fine. We got 2 more of these left, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, we got a 7812. And then we'll do lighting. Remark. Yeah, man, there we go. And they're off. Minis. Not minis. So now we're finally getting into these guys down here. Interesting. $650. Great. Very, very cool. So we'll put in 2. Yeah, fuck it. We'll put in all 4. There we go. Fucking thing was being a dick. Again, it didn't fucking plug shit in. I don't know why. All right. 750 is the new low number. Clicking on everything but the right thing. low to high. And what do we got? And then we'll seal her in with the goods. Boop. Uh-oh. Let's get this going again. Clearly it had a failure, which we can fix. Run it again. 8,002. All right. Remove all of this. Looked like it was running okay that time. Let's just get out some towers. Holy shitty, be quiet. There we go. Ooh, 8424. It's still good. So we will reduce these two down. Good. And we need 2 more cases. But good news is that, guys, we're getting down to the wire with these amount of rigs we've got built. Not just built, but how many towers we got left that are not the coal links. Though I'm going to probably burn through the coal links if we run into a lack of towers. Still think the Leon Lees are going to be the best overall tower just from the amount of space that you can get off of them. But that is something I'm willing to, you know, we'll eventually want to experiment with at some point. We're just not quite there yet. Leave that one fan in. I'm not going to go through all that to get to that fan. All right, let's continue on, shall we? Let's press on. on our quest to build all the towers. How many towers? You said all the towers that ever towered. So we're gonna do our actual old school. I'm gonna try this other speed means to build. We're gonna put the motherboards in, I think, first. Again, what the hell? Yeah. Some reason it wants to do weird certain, maybe because this only fits SATX, but it's very bizarre. Now the 5 minis. Okay, here's 2 more 1200s. I think we only have 2 of these left. I'm gonna find out right now because we have a third board of this type. And because of that, I don't want to... Okay, we don't have any processors for this board. So those other 2 boards are out. This board and the other board. I thought we did. So let's take this out. We gotta take the other one out too. Because we have no processors for this type of board. So that's a good sign, guys. That's a really good sign. Okay, so yeah, we can't put any of these 3 in. So back to the AMDs. So we are out of one entire style of motherboard that we had when we started. Very, very good. So the LGA 1200s we don't have anything for. It's a mini, so we're down here now. I know we got a lot of these boards. We're getting those up the ass. I know that we're on these, so as long as I don't accidentally put a LGA 1200 slotter in there, that's good. I think it's, oh, you know what? It's LGA 1500, I think, that I'm thinking of. Okay. Let's get to it. So many goddamn cards. Anything we can multi-GPU, we're gonna keep. We're gonna keep. For anybody wondering, the method to my madness. Those are 3,000. I know we have 750s. All right. equipment processor. We're running out of AMDs here. After this one, we've only got 6 AMDs left. So that's a good sign. It just means we're going to be also limited motherboard-wise. There is a theory in my head, and I haven't committed to this. What I might even do is try to buy possibly new parts to finish getting rid of the old parts so we have no parts whatsoever. Now, some of you might say that's stupid. You might be right. The reason I want to do that the reason, what was I saying? The reason I want to do that is because I have a feeling. No, I'm kidding. But I have a feeling that if I sell every single used part I have, it will be quite a while before I accumulate enough parts to have at this again, right? Now, it's just a theory. Why? It is just a theory, but it is a viable option as far as I'm concerned. And it would really only be like if I was only missing 1 or 2 parts. But we'll worry about that when we get there. I still don't think I'm going to do it because it would kill our money. What if it meant completing like 1 more rig? Oh, like I need 3 really shitty processors, right? Well, there's no reason for me to buy that because I don't have shitty parts to put in. So I'm not going to go and buy 3 shitty processors just to get rid of those 3 motherboards. I might sell those outright. I'm probably not, though. But I might. I would hate to sell used parts that we could use somewhere at some point. I think endgame that will be what we do, though, is we will make enough parts to sell off everything there is to sell. And then see what happens from there. That'd be fun. Uh-oh. Ran it too hot. I have big power supplies in them, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just aiming too high here. Aiming too high for the stars. Make sure that goes. Nope, it did it again. Did I not put... Looks like it's there. Looks like it's going now. Okay, maybe it was just that card is just so powerful that it just can't handle it. Again, we're going to just go with 750s regardless of price because that's where we're at right now. We're again running out of processors in the Intel area as well. Again, all good things. Meaning we're almost done with the amount of rigs we got to do. And we get about maybe 8 to 12 computers in that area done at each sitting, so we do good work. I'd like to at least think we get 8 to 9. Looks okay. And then go to terabyter. Oh. Our first issue, which is not an issue, we just need to see. There we go. Now we should be able to fit it in like that. Interesting. First time we've actually had to think about that. I know that's not how you're supposed to put memory in, but we're just doing this to do this, guys. Trying to make them stacks. Right. Seven, 8395 7825. So nothing terrible. Oh, getting a little dizzy there. All right. Okay. I actually think we should start from the other side. You definitely know what we're putting in. Nice. All right. I might start putting the things on when the aesthetics on when they come in, because remembering to do it off and on like this is becoming a bit monotonous. But I'm not committed to that as of yet, but we'll see. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Fuck it. So we went. Okay, so yeah, we're clearly running low rather on motherboards that we can build with. What do we got? 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, and 5, and maybe 6, 7. So we are getting to the wire. I'm gonna try one of these Kaby Lakes and see what happens. So I want to know, do we have a Kaby Lake processor to put in here? If we don't, I can bypass the Kaby Lakes as well. I didn't see any AM4s except for the micro. So, okay, we have some Kaby Lakes in here. We have one turd burglar here. We're just gonna shove in right now. It is a turd. It burgles the turds. I mean, it's a piece of crap. I might just do this one and get this one out of here this episode. That way, we're guaranteed that it's not haunting us. 1 stick of RAM is all I really would want to give it. Well, you know, this isn't too bad. I'll give it 2 of these because even though it's a lot of memory, it's a lot of super slow memory. I still have 8 of those. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. It just gets the 1. Because I could use it somewhere else. Hate to use it on a 2060, but I'm sticking to what I said. Oh, here's a big wattage one that won't get much performance. It's slightly better, but less in the performance department. So, yeah, we'll take a 750. So we're improving a little bit here, just because we came across a crap piece of crap that's crippity crapped up the crap hole of this crappy computer. And we're just gonna have to make do. But let's see what now. Here's a test. Moderate video card, piece of shit processor. What can we get out of it? And piece of shit memory. 2400. But still pretty weak. Processor. And the only way I'm going to be able to do anything with the minis is going to end up being a matter of... I might just start doing stuff with the minis. I'm not committed completely yet, but I think we should. Look for the tiny towers in our that we may or may not have. So you notice I'm building all these at once here because I just want to get it all kind of just to the point where we're not doing anything too weird here. We're bouncing back and forth. We're getting it all done. All assembled. Be the term I use. All these 850s. And I know there's more 750s in here. I don't even know why I bother. Oh, fuck it. Let's at least do the lighting. Shit. Actually gotta make a change. There we go. All right. Oh my God, there's a 550 that made it past me. Huh. Throw it in there. So it may not work because we've it may not work. I'd worry about that though later. Let's see. 180 watt, 180, 250 watt. That is SLI too. So we're almost out of cards. We've got 1, 2 non-SLI cards. So, huh. Both 180, so it doesn't really matter which one I put in. That was annoying. The thing is we're going to be done with rigs soon. Because now it's just a matter of we should wait it out. Okay, that's a lot of 2400. I shouldn't even bother. I'm not bothering because, yeah, we're not going to get much in performance out of that. Well, we got it over 5,000 because everything else in it's moderate. But still relatively shit. 83 for that I expect. Let's finish these two up while we're here. I have to make an executive decision. Do we keep going or do we stop? All right. Got so many of everything else. It would seem like a waste to not keep building, but we don't have good video cards. Everything here is an 850, so no point in sweating the small stuff. And we are slowly running out of mechanical 2 gig drives. That again, this is good. This is very good. I might buy a few $100 video, $200 video cards maybe, just so we can keep this train going. Just to finish out a few more computers of parts we definitely don't fucking want. It's only a 550 watt. I should be careful. Or we just use the cards we have, too. Hate to do that, but we could. Okay, let's really look at this for a second. We have some Cabby Lake stuff, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't. We have one Cabby Lake board. We have a. Okay. At the end of the day, got so much memory. At the end of the day, we could maximize buying other drives and blah 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 blah. Right? But the reality of it is that we still have Skylake shit in here, as well as a couple cabbies. At the end of the day, I'm just gonna fill all this back up again too. I think it's in our best interest to actually stop with the building of rigs. As much as we could mix and match stuff together, with the video cards that we have, if I want to maximize my profits, we should hold out on these SLI Crossfire guys, because we may come across them down the road, very soon down the road. And video cards are very valuable in this game. And you notice that some of the low ranking ones that we could SLI or Crossfire ended up working in our favor. So to me, if that's the inevitable case, is that we were getting like 7,000s and 8,000s from SLIing, 2 4 gig cards, maybe 6,000. So that's a money maker. That's a big performance bonus, and because of that, we get more money from it. So I'm reluctant to just say, oh, let's just piece together willy-nilly just random shit and, buy a few things just to make it, more optimal. I don't see a point in doing that. I just don't. We can't SLI these guys because they're not all the same. They don't SLI to each other. So I think at this point, this is a great place to start working on the storyline again. I'm getting a little burnt out from doing a lot of these to a degree. But let's take a look at how many we've done really quick, because I know we're going long on this episode anyway. We've built a metric ton of PCs. Only to now have more parts coming down the road in the future. But look at all of those. I'm not even going to bother. Well, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 computers we have built. 40 freaking 5. So we clearly have plenty of computers to sell. Some great, some not so great. And I think that's where we're going to progress here. Plus the 4 out here. So we've built 49 computers in the last, 3 to 4 episodes plus. So with that said, I'm excited to finally move on to the story. But we're good. We're going to be making some fat stacks, guys. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/HectorStudios for more live gaming action, because when we come back, we're going to get back to work on the jobs, because we built all of these in technically one day of the game. So that's it. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.